Octopath Traveler is a Nintendo Switch game set to come out in July, and it's a game that works differently from anything I've seen before. There are 8 characters, each with their own stories and abilities, and you use those unique abilities to progress through the RPG. But because it's so different from what a normal game is, will it succeed? Will the game be any good, and will people buy it? Hello all 173 of you, I'm Redkwan, and will Octopath Traveler succeed as a game? So the first part of a game's overall successfulness is how good it is and how fun it is to play. We don't know enough about the game to make a review or anything yet, but we can explore the main concept. At its core, Octopath Traveler is an RPG made by Acquire and Square Enix, who make a lot of great RPG games like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, and the Kingdom Hearts series, and they have for a long time. So as far as the actual gameplay goes, the game will probably be pretty great. And based on everything I've seen, it looks like the developers put as much as they could into making it a quality product. Everything from the art style, gameplay, and story seem intricately planned and made the best they could be. So as far as the quality and actual gameplay go, I don't see anything to worry about. The only potential issue is with the 8-character system, because in order for it to work as well as people hope it will, something will have to be sacrificed. Designing 8 different paths is a really cool idea as a concept, but it might not be so good in practice. Either the game would have to have taken a really long time to make, as 8 different adventures, stories, and gameplay styles would need to be used, or the adventure diversity isn't as much as we hope it'll be. The whole point of the game is that it feels completely different from each of the characters' perspectives, and that goal is difficult to accomplish in a reasonable amount of time. It's more likely that either the gameplay, game progression, or story from each character aren't very different, and that after playing through the game with a couple different characters, you'll feel like you're playing the same thing over again. Hopefully that won't be the case, and maybe having varied gameplay isn't so much the overall goal of the game as I'm thinking, but it is a concern. As a one-path playthrough, however, I think the game will be fun either way. The other part of the game's success falls upon the sales of the games. Maybe the sales of a game don't matter too much in the grand scheme of things, as long as it's a fun experience, but I need to fill some more video. And the sales of a game like this could affect how much Square Enix will support the Switch in the future, and how many more experimental, smaller 2D games they make in the future. So will Octopath Traveler be successful financially? Well, I think it probably will. For one, it's probably going to be good, which will definitely help it on the Switch, where I think, more than most systems, that really matters. And Nintendo has been pushing it quite a bit. We've seen plenty of trailers of it, and a demo came out that's been shown a lot. All that publicity will likely lead to a lot of people being interested in buying it. Plus, the game itself has an amazing art style, and I feel like there are a lot of Switch owners who like RPGs. It isn't the biggest game out there, so the sales won't be near that of Nintendo games, but I think it will still do pretty darn well. So what do I think of the game? You probably don't care, but I'll tell you what I think anyways because I've run out of ideas for paragraphs. I think the idea is awesome. I love when video games try new concepts that actually make a difference in terms of gameplay, and that happens a lot less often than it should in my opinion. And Octopath Traveler is one of those games. The idea of 8 different and unique paths is a really cool idea, and if they pull it off right, it could turn out really great and be very replayable. Also, the 2D art style is so good. It's just so good. I'm not a big fan of RPGs, which is probably weird seeing as it seems to be a real fan favorite, but it's just not my favorite type of gameplay. I do like that they have a good amount of story, but I'm not the biggest fan of the whole RPG battling thing. I'm sorry. So I'm not sure if I'll go out and get the game, but if it ends up being really good, I'll probably buy it. Oh wait, it's $60? Oh. Probably not actually. So Octopath Traveler. I think it looks like a pretty cool game with a really interesting idea. I think based on who's making it, and the quality and the gameplay and story that it seems to have, that it'll end up being really fun to play too. The 8-path idea might add to the game, but if it isn't done right, it could end up hurting it more than anything. But on the whole, I think this being pretty darn good is a safe bet. As far as sales go, I can't see it knocking off the big Nintendo games, but I do think as long as it ends up being good and Nintendo keeps reminding people it's coming, that it should sell pretty great as well. I usually don't make videos about games that aren't Nintendo or smaller games that are coming, but I definitely could if you want more videos like this, but honestly, you probably don't care. Ark Survival was just announced for the Switch when I was writing this script. I don't know if it's recent by the time this is coming out, probably not, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. I feel like I've been too positive lately. All my videos are like, oh yeah, the Switch will do so good. Oh, games are gonna be good. I need something negative. Well, anyways, I'm Redkwan. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all later. Goodbye.